All right, this your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones to learn this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, Are We Currently in Jacob's Trouble? Now I got inspired to do this lesson because of this comment that was left right here by Yakira or Yakira. And pretty much I'm just gonna go ahead and read it, and then we'll get straight into the scriptures, man. So right now the question is, are we currently in Jacob's trouble? And the answer is no. We are not in Jacob's trouble. Everybody's gonna know exactly when Jacob's trouble hits, because life is gonna be completely different from the way that it is right now. Right now, you can go outside and go to your favorite restaurant, go to the bar, go to the movies, travel, do all these different things. You can enjoy yourself. And that's what's going to separate Jacob's trouble from what we're living in right now at this current point. Because inside of Jacob's trouble, people are not going to be thinking about having fun, man. Jacob's trouble is going to consist of famine. It's going to consist of pestilence. It's going to consist of war, martial law. All right. Civil war, race wars, race riots, all of those things, man. And it's going to be consisting of a lot of death. We're getting ready to experience a lot of death, man. You're going to know when it's Jacob's trouble. Just like it says in the book of Psalms, the 91st chapter. And we always read this. It says 1,000 shall fall at thy left side and 10,000 at thy right hand, right? Because that's how many people that is going to die because of the judgment that's being brought upon them by Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So when we go inside Jacob's trouble, you're going to know. You're definitely going to know. Now, I'm going to get into this comment right here. It says, brother, we are already in Jacob's trouble. And this is coming from the video that I did called Purge Like Life coming to Illinois, January 2023. Right. And I spoke about Jacob's trouble within that video. Then he left a comment right here and said, brother, we already in Jacob's trouble. You don't see all these killing Jake is doing to each other. I watched something yesterday that said black men are killing each other more than the KKK. I don't see how Israel don't see that we are already in Jacob's trouble. Now, I left a comment. I responded back. I said, we are not in Jacob's trouble yet. We're just experiencing the curses that the Lord has put upon us to be evil towards each other. Lord willing, I'll do a video speaking on that. Then they responded back and said, I have a hard time believing that if that's the case, we would have been killing each other during slavery and gang banging, but we weren't up until now. And then I responded, Jacob's trouble is more than just us destroying each other. Lord willing, I have a video explaining it tomorrow, and that's what I'm doing right now. So pretty much let's just go into the scriptures. All right, because like I said, from what he was saying within the comments, all right, he was saying just because, we're killing each other more than the KKK, that means we're in Jacob's trouble because we're experiencing a lot of death. But that's what is supposed to happen. There's nothing but the curses, all right? The Most High was going to make sure that these curses were going to be alive while we were in captivity. Okay, so this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 53. And it says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy power hath given thee, in the seas and in the straightness wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So this is a curse that was put upon our people, speaking to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We were going to be evil toward each other. And this is why you see us pretty much committing genocide on each other every single day. Every single day. The Most High is going to have this happen. This is part of the curses. All right. What we're living through right now are the curses. We have, the experiences with the racism. We have the curses where we're not making a lot of money. We live in the ghettos. We live in the hoods. All of that. We're not receiving the best medical care. All of that, man. We're experiencing the curses, but we are not inside of Jacob's trouble. Yes, it is messed up to go outside and pretty much you got to look both ways all the time. Make sure you're aware of what's going on because Jake is wild. Jake is wild. The scriptures say that our people are as brute beasts. They are brute beasts. They are animals. The scriptures always describes our people as a bull in a net. Okay, so at the end of the day, yes, our people are wild, and it is messed up that we got to experience this. But the Most High said we were going to go through this if we went against the commandments, statutes, and laws. So this is what you're experiencing today, right now. But this is not Jacob's trouble. Like I said, Jacob's trouble consists of a lot more than what we're living right now. Like I said, you can literally, if you got enough money, you got enough money and success, you can literally move into a rich neighborhood, or move to a suburb or something like that. Then you can get away from that shit. You can get away from that shit, man. You ain't got to be around Jake. There's a lot of our people right now that's living deliciously. Like I said, they able to travel, eat the best food. You know, man, got all kind of women around them and stuff. You know, that's not no trouble. People living it up right now, man. But it's going to become a time where people are going to stop living it up, Salakia, because of the trouble that is going to come. So now let's get Daniel 12:1. So this is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, and it says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book." Now, you can stop right there. Right now, do you see any of our people being delivered from this trouble? No. The things that we're going through right now, the Most High is allowing death to happen. Ain't nobody being delivered from this, man. It's continuing to happen. The Most High is allowing the judgment to be brought upon the majority of our people, and it's going to get worse. So this is a clue right here to let you know that we're not in Jacob's trouble yet, because it's going to get so bad out here, and something so wild is going to happen to the point where the Lord is going to have to come back and deliver us. But that has not happened yet. So this is one clue to let you know that we're not in Jacob's trouble. Verse 2, it says, "And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt." Yeah, because in the kingdom, the 144,000, along with the small remnant of the elect that's going to make it, that's going to make up the 1/3 of our people. When you read Zechariah 13:8 on down, it speaks about that. They're going to be saved. And then there's going to be a lot of us that's going to be martyrs as well. A lot of us are going to have to die for this truth, but that's going to be our way of showcasing our faith toward Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And they're going to be the first ones to be resurrected, and they're going to be the first ones to be beamed up into the chariots, all right? So those are going to be the ones that's going to get to everlasting life. The ones that's going to get to shame and everlasting contempt are the 2/3. 2/3 of our people, 66.6% of our people are going to die. The majority of our people are not going to make it because they don't believe in the scriptures. They don't believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. The only thing that they trusted in was their enemy. They trusted in Jesus. They trusted in philosophy. All of that, man. They didn't want to trust in the true power. So they're going to come back in the kingdom, and they're going to have that shame and everlasting contempt in the kingdom. We're going to know, and they're going to know that they were 2/3, man. All right. So this is another clue, like I said, to let you know that we're not in Jacob's trouble yet. Now, when you go to Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, it speaks about the same thing. All right. Speaks about the same thing, and we're going to start at verse 5. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 5. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." It's going to get so bad out here. Like I always say, all kinds of so-called men out here are going to have their faces turned into paleness, meaning they're going to be superbly afraid. Superbly afraid. Like I said, man, when you walk outside, people have smiles on their faces. They have smiles on their faces. Jake over here plotting on what the next party he getting ready to go to. All of the college kids are back in town and everything. They back in school. You already know they finna get ready for homecoming and everything, man. You know, it's all kind of shit going down, man. As far as, you know, people living in pleasure. All right. But it's going to become a time where literally grown men are going to be afraid to walk down a damn street. And it hasn't gotten that bad yet, but it's getting ready to. All right. And this is verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. The day of Jacob's trouble is going to be something out of this world. Like we always say, possibly there could be a zombie apocalypse. That could actually be a thing, because there are reports out there and videos where people in the army and everything like that literally have guides on taking down zombies. And one of the reasons why we think that might happen is because of the magical waters. And if you don't know what the magical waters are, you know, that's pretty much the, you know, the thing that Esau has given everybody during this whole thing that been happening in the past 2 years. All right. So everybody that took the magical waters, more than likely that's going to be them, man. Okay. So at the end of the day, that's going to be a factor. Then, like I said, it's going to become a time where Esau is getting ready to take away the weapons from the people. And, you know, the so-called white man, their people, they not with that, man. The regular average Joe, he's not with that, man. This is why you see videos with them gearing up with weapons and everything like that. Civil war is getting ready to go down. And then, like I said, within that, like I said, the race riots are going to happen as well. Because it's going to get so bad out here. Like I said, the stores are not going to have any food. No food at all. People are going to be, you know, breaking into people's houses left and right, left and right. It's going to feel like a real life Purge movie. It's going to feel like the Book of Eli. What's that movie? The Road. That's how life is going to be. That's how you're going to know that it's Jacob's trouble. All right. But then it says it is even a time of Jacob's trouble. Like I said, it's going to be a time like none is like it. This is how you know that's going to be Jacob's trouble. But then it says, but he shall be saved out of it. It's going to be such a bad time that we're going to need salvation. We're going to need the Lord to show up. Just think about that, man. Just think about that. It's going to get so bad out here. The Lord has to show his face. He has to. That's how bad it's going to get, man. He's going to have to make an appearance so people can stop what they're doing and acknowledge the Lord. Ooh, that's powerful. And acknowledge the Lord. Call Halayim Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Ooh, that just gave me chills, man. But that's how bad it's going to get. It's going to get so bad that the Lord is going to have to come down here and stop this shit, man. That's how you know we're going to be in Jacob's trouble. All right. Let's get Matthew 24:4. And this is coming from the Lord's mouth himself. And it says, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. That's the key. The end is not yet. Right now we are hearing about wars and rumors of wars. The thing in Russia, between Russia and Ukraine, is still going down right now as we speak. Other countries are gearing up for nuclear war. Okay. US, America is still sending billions of dollars to Ukraine, and Russia is giving America warnings about that shit, man. Talking about if America keeps getting involved, they have 4 Satan II missiles that could be shot over here and destroy America within 2 hours. But we already know, according to the scriptures, America is going to be destroyed within 1 hour. And that's another thing to let you know that Jacob's trouble is going to begin too, because World War III is going to be full blown in that time. It's a lot of shit that's going to be going down, man. All right. Verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation, see, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Then it says, verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So what we're experiencing right now is the beginning of the end, man. But we're not in it as far as Jacob's trouble being full blown. We're just seeing the beginning of everything happening. This is why this year is called the year of the turn up. We're seeing everything turn up. And now, Lord willing, next year, that's when everything just pretty much collapsed, man. So we can get up out of here. Let's go on down. Verse 9, it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And that's another thing that's going to happen, because the people that's out here teaching the truth, is going to become a time where we're not going to be able to go out and teach this truth anymore. Famine of the word is coming, just like it speaks in the book of Amos. It tell you famine of the word is coming, meaning we're not going to be able to upload videos. We're not going to be able to go out to the highways and the byways. We can still do that. We can still do that. So this is another clue to let you know that we're not in Jacob's trouble. We haven't been brought up, arrested or brought to prison or the FEMA camps or whatever yet. That hasn't happened yet. It's getting ready to happen. All right. Verse 11, it says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now we are experiencing iniquity, and we are experiencing a lot of people waxing cold within the spirit. Yes, we are experiencing that. People are out here killing each other left and right. But like I said, this is the beginning. It's going to get way, way worse. Like I said, you're going to feel it, man. You're going to feel it. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be times where you're literally going to go 3-4 days without eating. You're going to go probably 2-3 days without sleeping. It's going to get real out here, man. It's not going to be you waking up in the morning, going to work, taking care of your children, taking care of your household, and you can go home in your nice warm bed or whatever, play Xbox, watch NFL. It ain't going to be none of that shit, man. This is going to be the Lord bringing judgment upon the earth. Shit going to be going down, man. All right. But that's why it says in verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Oh, that's right. The same shall be saved. Why? Because the elect is going to have the spirit upon them to do what they're told to do, which is follow the commandments, statutes, and laws to their best abilities and have 144% faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And how are they going to do that? One of the ways is not taking the MOTB. And that's another thing to let you know that Jacob's trouble is going to be full blown, because once the MOTB is mandatory, life changes. Life changes, because they're going to use the military to make sure that everybody takes it. Everybody, man. And if you don't take it, guess what? You're going to either die or you're going to prison, man, because you're going to be looked at as an enemy of the state. That's why it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right? Because this is what Esau's getting ready to do. Let's go to Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. And it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. The devil is speaking about Esau, the so-called white man. He's getting ready to use his power, which is his blessing, which is the gun. All right. He's getting ready to use all of his weapons, all of his power. He's getting ready to bring great wrath. And that great wrath is going to be him using all of his power to make sure everybody take the MOTB, which is the CHIP. All right. Everybody's going to have to take that in order for you to live within his society. So he's going to bring that great wrath. Like I said, it's going to become a time where, Salakia, there's going to become a time where they're going to be going literally. They're going to be going door to door. And like I said, they're not going to knock. They are not going to knock. They're going to bust through the doors. They're going to be like, look, man, do you have this? If you say no, you're going to be taken, man. And if the Most High put the spirit upon them, just eliminate you right there, that's exactly what's going to happen. This is the time that we coming into, man. And he's doing it because he know that he have a short time, meaning he only has a short time to rule this earth. He knows that. This is why you're seeing everything happen while it's happening right now. You're seeing him doing all of these things behind the scenes because he's getting ready to set up his NWO. But the Most High, Yahweh Shai and the angels, but they're going to come down here and interfere. They're not going to allow that to happen. Esau's not even going to have weeks for him to rule his new world order, man. It's not going to happen. It's like Apostle Gabar always say. He was like, look, as soon as the MOT is mandatory, expect Yahweh Shai anytime. At any time. Because the Most High is not with that world, man. As soon as people start taking the MOTB, Yahweh Shai is on his way, man. Because now Esau's gotten to the point where he's putting himself up there as if he's the Most High, like it speaks about in the book of Isaiah. The Most High is not having that, man. So right now, yeah, Esau's getting ready to bring great wrath. He has not brought that great wrath. You got to remember, our enemy plays a huge part in orchestrating Jacob's trouble. All right. And this is why, we get Revelation 13. Let's start at 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast And the Salakia, that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. See? We are not in that time. We are not in the time where we have to take something, and if we don't take it, they're going to kill us. If we are, tell me. We not in that time yet. Verse 16, it says, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive an mark in their right hand on their foreheads. And like I said, that's going to be the CHIP. He's going to cause everybody. They don't care about your status in life. They don't care how rich you are. They don't care how poor you are. They don't care about what race you are, what nationality you are. They don't care about that. They're trying to get everybody to take this because they already know if everybody takes this, this cuts everybody off from the Most High, and this puts them in rulership pretty much forever, man. But like I said, the Most High is not having that. He is not having that. And pretty much Esau want to get that birthright back as well. This is why he's getting ready to bring that great wrath, because he really want to get rid of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans all together. He don't even want any of you all living. He want to extinct every single one of you all, man. But this is why it's a beautiful thing that the Most High set up and elect. Predestinated. He set up and elect to be saved. And they're going to be the first fruits of the kingdom. And like I always say, Esau think he got it all, but he ain't got it all, man. Because they always forget about that one key factor that's going to fuck up all their plans, which is Yahushua. We'd be like, man, you can do whatever you want to us, but what you going to do to the Lord, though? And that's like they have right now. They have the space army. What they call it? I forget what they call the actual space army, but you know, they have the space shuttles and everything, and they actually named it Dragon, showing you that they are the serpent that the scriptures speak about. We haven't seen any war in space yet. That's going to be in the midst of Jacob's trouble, man. It's going to be a lot of things that's going to be happening in the midst of Jacob's trouble. Verse 17, it says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So this is going to be a time where you're literally not even going to be able to go to the store unless you have this. You're not going to be able to buy. You're not going to be able to sell unless you have this specific thing. Are we in that time? No. We are not in that time. You can use cash. You can use your debit card. You can use your Bitcoin. You can use, you know, your Cash App, whatever you want to do. You can still buy and sell all kind of different ways. People still got their side hustles, you know, like garage sales. People, the wicked motherfuckers still selling drugs and all that. They making money behind the scenes, but it's getting to the point where literally everything is going to be on that CHIP, and that's going to cut off a lot of people's income, man. Because now, if you know, the rulers of the world, you know, the elites, they're going to have complete control over your money. They're going to know every single thing that goes down. Cash, you know, paper money, coins, all of that's going to disappear, man. That hasn't happened yet. That hasn't happened yet at all, but it's getting ready to. All right. So this is one of the clues, like I said, that we know that we are not in Jacob's trouble yet. Let's get 2nd Esdras chapter 16 verse 70, because like I said, this is going to be their behavior during Jacob's trouble. As far as Esau is concerned, it says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Who are those madmen? The army, the troops, the military that's getting ready to make sure that the NWO goes according to plan. They're going to be like madmen, sparing none, meaning if you don't follow the rules, if you don't follow what they want, they're going to eliminate you. Like I said, they're going to break in people's houses. They're going to take people's wives. They're going to ravish them. Take people's children, throw you all into concentration camps, torture you. And like I said, this is all according to the Most High's plan, because this is going to be the judgment that he's going to bring upon these people. He's going to use Esau, which is his sword, like it speaks about in the book of Psalms. He's going to use Esau to bring judgment upon our people. And he's going to do that. He's going to use them to kill each other as well. This is the Most High working a perfect chess game, man. Full circle. He's bringing judgment upon 2/3 of our own people, and he's bringing judgment upon the heathen for what they're doing currently in this earth, because the management in this earth is foul, man. But this is what's getting ready to happen. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. But they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Where is this happening at right now on a earth-wide scale? It's not, man. I'm literally at home right now doing this video. When you look at the different brothers' video, they walking down the street doing walking talks. They in their cribs doing videos. They go out to the highways and the byways. You don't see police doing anything to these people. But this is what's getting ready to happen, though. Another clue to let you know what's going to be going on during Jacob's trouble. Verse 73, then it says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. This is going to be the key for the elect, man. Jacob's trouble is necessary for judgment, and Jacob's trouble is necessary for the elect to showcase their faith. This is why we need to pray without ceasing. We need to fast a lot more, and we need to be as diligent as we possibly can within this truth, because we understand and know what's getting ready to happen in the future. And we know that we possibly can be saved. We can actually be those men and women and children that experience the miracles. Because that's what's getting ready to happen. This is going to be the time of Pharaoh in the book of Exodus 2.0, man. Because when you think about it, you know, Pharaoh was like, oh, okay, yeah, you can do all of this magic or whatever and everything. Yeah, I could do that type of stuff too, right? But then the Most High kept having things happen on a more powerful scale to the point where Pharaoh, he couldn't take it no more. He like, okay, look, let these people go. Now we living in the age of technology. We living in the age of Esau's blessing, and he's in his prime right now with that. So when you really think about all of the weapons and all of the drones and these different things that's out here, like I said, what is it going to take to bring this place down? Spiritual power and the Lord. Then it says, that's why it says, then shall be known who are my chosen, because as all of these things are happening, you're going to see a handful of men receive spiritual power. You're going to see them receive the miracles. The Isaiah 4:1 is going to happen, where it says 7 women shall take hold of one man. You're going to be seeing that in Jacob's trouble. Here it is. It's a famine and everything. You're going to be seeing one man with like 7, 10, 15 women around him. This is what's getting ready to happen, man. All right. Then when you go to 2nd Ezra 15 and 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword of their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. This is going to happen on a major scale soon. Because, you know, like I said, Esau got all the tricks up his sleeve right now. He's getting to the point where, like I said, he's going to make his own people hate himself, man. It's going to be a lot more than them just, you know, raiding the White House and doing all of these things, man. Like I said, they're gearing up with weapons, man. All of these Senates and Republicans and Democrats or whatever, they're about to be in trouble. You already know these people are going to find out where these individuals live. And a lot of them are getting ready to receive judgment, man. You're going to be looking on the news like, damn, he dropped dead. Damn, she dropped dead. Damn, what's going on? Jacob's trouble is what's going on. That's what's happening. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Another clue, because this is meaning checkpoints. They're going to make sure that they control each and every town correctly. You're not going to be able to travel. You can still travel right now. You can still get on a plane or drive to another city or go outside of the country. You can still do that. But it says right here, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. They're gonna raise up all the bridges. They're gonna have the barricades of the army trucks and tanks and everything guarding certain areas and exits. If you drive near that, they're gonna ask you questions or snatch you up, or they're just gonna turn your ass around and be like, nah, you can't go anywhere. You're gonna be trapped where you at. And this is what's gonna make it a hell, man. This is what's going to make it, like you're going to feel that pressure. You ain't going to be able to go nowhere. This is why we want to experience the miracles, because it's like Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said, the elect is going to eat, they're going to drink, they're going to be smiling, man. Because they kept the faith. The Most High is going to take care of them. This is why we take this truth very seriously, all right? Verse 18, it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. There we go again. Men being afraid. City shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed. That's right. Ain't nobody going to have places to live out here, man. The scriptures tell us that we're going to be as pilgrims upon the earth. We're going to be outside, man. Roaming from place to place, looking for food, looking for shelter, hoping that the martial law don't fuck with us. This is what's getting ready to happen in the earth. Verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. No food, man. No going to McDonald's, no going to Burger King, Red Robin's, Red Lobster, Chick-fil-A, Noodles and Company, all of your favorite spots, grocery stores. And ain't gonna be no food out here. No water. We got a glimpse of that in 2020. When you went to the stores and everything, you just had to get what you had to get. Because the shelves went empty. But this time around, since they did their trial run, because that's all 2020 was, it was just a trial run. They just wanted to test everything out to see how the people reacted. And they reacted exactly the way they wanted them to. Now they know what to do when they finally make this thing serious. When they make this thing go full blown, now they know what to do. This is why you're seeing all the food businesses and plantations, they're burning down. Thousands of cows and chickens and turkeys are dying out of nowhere because they're orchestrating this famine, man. Because they want this order out of chaos. They want chaotic things to go down in the street so then they can have a reason to bring in this so-called savior, the safe point, which is the CHIP. They like, look, we can stop all of this, man. I know you all are going through it. We can stop all of this. All you got to do is just go to your nearest, Walmart or whatever, stand in line, get your CHIP, and you'll be able to live all good. Watch people do that shit. Look how they ran to the magical waters when they told them, like, look, all you need to do is take the magical waters and then you can stop wearing the mask. All these different things, right? People gonna run to it. People gonna run to it because they're not gonna have no integrity, and they're not gonna have the Holy Spirit upon them. They're gonna run to their to their enemies, man. But this is what's gonna happen. People gonna be breaking into people's houses, taking their food or whatever they can find, not caring about you at all. People that's close to you are gonna start doing this to each other. Your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, uncles, your parents, your children. Man, they gonna be looking at it like, man, fuck this, man. Cannibalism is coming back. And it's not going to be a thing where, when cannibalism come back, it's just going to be like, oh, okay, we understand a few people out here eating people. No, you actually going to see that shit, man. People going to be walking down the street getting snatched up. They show you that in all the movies. They showed you that in that funny movie, This Is the End, with Seth Rogen and James Franco. They were in Jacob's Trouble then. All of the places was on fire and everything like that. And they had these groups that will act like they're friendly with you. And then after that, they'll huddle around you. And then they'll hop on you. And then they'll just take bites out of you. Because it ain't no food. That's what's getting ready to happen, man. That's going to be within Jacob's Trouble. Whenever you hear something about cannibalism now, it's because of the elites or, the Freemasons, something like that, But it's going to get to a point where you're going to hear about that shit because people literally are going to be desperate, man. And that's the time we coming into. Now, let's get one last scripture and we'll close this out. We'll go back to Revelation 2 and 10 because this is the type of mentality that you're going to need within that time. All right. So this is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, and you may be tried. This is what's getting ready to happen to the believers, to the ones that repented within truth and sincerity, the ones that actually repented to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Some of us are going to be casted into prison for his name's sake. And that's why I said that you may be tried. The Most High is going to test all of us, man. He's going to push us, man. He's going to put us in a situation where we literally are going to second guess, so to speak. All right. Because that's what testing is, man. That's what being tried is. He's going to put us in a situation where we're probably going to second guess and just be like, man, I don't want to go through this. You might be in a situation where you might see one of your kids got a shotgun to their face and they tell you like, look, if you don't take this MOTB right now, we about to blast his head off. What you going to do? What you going to do? You have to look him in his eyes and say, no, I'm still not taking it, because the scripture tell you can't put your family members or anybody that you are close to above the Lord. These are the type of situations that we're getting ready to get into. This is what Jacob's trouble is going to consist of. All right. Then it says, and you shall have tribulation 10 days, which is a space of time. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So we have to go through our trials, man. We have to go through our tests. All right. And the thing is, that's going to make us stable. Just like it says in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You have to fear the Lord, man. When you see all of the death and everything that's going to be going on around you, and you see that it still hasn't touched you, you gotta look at that as a blessing, man. And you gotta praise Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that you were able to make it out of another situation. You got to keep the fear of the Lord upon you, man, and do what you're told to do within the spirit. You got to be faithful unto death, man. Do what the Lord told you to do. The Lord told you don't take the MOTV. The Lord told you, yeah, I know it's a famine, but if you see a rabbit or a possum or something like that, hey, don't get desperate like everybody else gonna do. You already know they're gonna eat that shit. We understand we were not supposed to eat unclean foods. So if we see that we haven't had anything to eat within like 2, 3, 4 days, and then we see a goose come out of nowhere, we understand we can't eat that. We can't get desperate, man. We have to have this wisdom motivate us and inspire us to keep moving, man. The fear of the Lord. All right. So this is what Jacob's trouble is going to be. Right now, like I said, we are not in Jacob's trouble. Like I said, literally, you can go to work, shit, walk down the street, you see a fine woman, thick as hell, pull her. Y'all can go out to eat and do all these other different things. Football is on, man. You can make a bag of popcorn, sit back, watch the game. You can chill, man. Yeah, life is wild as hell right now, but is it Jacob's trouble? Well, no, it's not. No, it's not. So this is the time that we coming into. So this is what we preparing ourselves for. We're preparing ourselves, and when we actually go through this time, we can have the fear of the Lord drive us, and Lord willing, we make it up out of here, man. All right. So, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I don't know if it's Yakira or Yakira, but hopefully you see that what Jacob's trouble really is, and just repent to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names. Yahweh is God's name, all right, and Yahweh Shai is the Lord's name, who this world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. His real name is Yahweh Shai. So you got to pray to those names, all right. And this is only for Israelites, which consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. When you pray, face the east. And that's because that's going to our homeland, all right? And pray to those names and pray that you be saved, because we're coming into some wild times, all right? So I hope this is edifying. So, with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazat, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.